Physioball crunches are a movement that people have probably done. Start over. 3, 2, 1. A Physioball crunch is a move that you may have done before, but just to make sure that you're doing it right, you want to start over again. 3, 2, 1. A Physioball crunch is an exercise that there's a good chance you've tried before, but this is one I often see done incorrectly as well. The correct way to do this is to get the ball on the small of your back, a little bit on your butt, and then to fix your hips in position. So actually squeeze my butt to get my hips up just a bit. You can have your arms crossed in front of your chest, or to make it a little bit more difficult, have your hands wide, elbows wide, hands lightly touching your ears, not pulling on your head, and you crunch up just like that, as opposed to crunching up and letting your butt fall. I can sit all the way up in that kind of scenario. This is now me bending from the hip and the chest, or stomach, excuse me. Start that over, stupid. Okay, 3, 2, 1. A Physioball crunch is a movement that you very well may have tried before, but it's also one that I've seen done incorrectly very often. The correct way to set yourself up is to get the ball underneath the small of your back and have it resting a little bit on the top of your glutes. You're going to then push your hips up into the air and kind of fix them in place. Okay, this is where I see people go wrong a lot of the time. You can either now have your hands across your chest to make it a little bit easier, or to make it a little harder, hands are lightly touching your ears with your elbows wide. From here, I crunch my way up, do not let your butt drop, and then come back down and repeat. This is the proper amount of range that you should be able to achieve if you're doing it correctly. If you're not, then you crunch up and you can go into a full sit like that, and that's because I'm bending now from my hips. I'm getting hip flexion on that. It's not just my abs bending and flexing my spine, it's now my hip flexors also assisting in hip flexion to get up here. If you're correct in the movement and your hips are locked in place, you should not be able to get any higher than that. I cannot physically go any higher unless I let my hips bend to come up here, okay? So right here is the key. You should not be able to go past that.